9:51. Let's go to Chicago. Blue Line Futures, it's Oliver Slope. Okay, Oliver, we get that WASDE report. I know you've been preparing for it.
I have been preparing for it, and just a really busy day to start this week's trade. Obviously, we had the positive trade headlines over the weekend, which gave us kind of a little head start in the grain trading being exciting this week. And now we've got the WASDE just about an hour or so away. So a lot going on this week. I think we probably trade these numbers for 20, 30 minutes, and then I think we quickly move past that and try to digest what's going on in the outside markets with regards to global trade, and then about weather, planting progress, and eventually crop conditions. As you had mentioned prior to having me on here, we did get another round of flash sales. I think that's really, really encouraging, especially for that corn market, where we kind of went through a lull period where we ran out of that good news over the course of several weeks. But over the last couple of days, we've seen a string of flash sales. I think that's encouraging and really speaks volumes to the demand that we've seen in the corn market, which keeps us pretty optimistic on that old crop contract going into the report.
Okay, so we get this report out, but we're also trading that China news and just general trade news as well. Right now, though, we're trading on what we think it might be. Is that a safe assumption?
That's exactly it. A lot of people may look at the headlines and think of it as kind of a binary event. It means we're going to have trade or we're not going to have trade. What trade really is, or at least when talking about speculating and hedging in the futures and options market, is kind of digesting all the information and then trading around probabilities, right? Last week and even a month ago, the probabilities of doing business with China was relatively low. Now that we've kind of made some progress, are continuing the conversations, the probabilities of better trade relations going forward has increased. So that's added some premium back into prices. Hopefully we can continue to see that ball roll in the right direction and get these prices a little bit more favorable for the producers here in the U.S.
So I wonder if that premium's going to work its way into the livestock markets. Hang on, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk cattle and hogs with Oliver Slope. Market Day Report continues in a moment. Oliver Slopes with Blue Line Futures. All right, what do you make of this, and where could we be going this week?
Well, I mean, the headlines that have come out over the weekend were really favorable. We touched on it with regards to the positive trade, but I'm sure you've touched on it earlier as well. We've got the news regarding screwworm and the border closing down yet again, which is a little bit of a surprise. Just 2 weeks ago at the end of April, it seemed like the U.S. and Mexico had come together and we're on the same page with combating that. And then just 2 weeks after, we've got this breaking headline, obviously, that's propelled prices sharply higher this morning. I think it is interesting to note that we did post the new contract highs really early in the session and just kind of stabilized. It's a really interesting time in the markets where we just digest news very rapidly. So it'll be interesting to see if the market is able to continue higher and accelerate from these levels. We've had, I think, 5 consecutive higher weeks in live cattle and 6 consecutive weeks in feeder cattle. How much more upside is left? That's going to be the big question. Regardless of how you answer that, if you've got cattle out there, there's still a tremendous amount of risk to the downside. So we like looking at options as a way to kind of protect some of that exposure.
Oliver, great insight. And if my numbers are correct, I'm thinking we're less than 2 weeks away from another cattle on feed report as well. That's set to come out a week from Friday, so we'll have eyes on that as well. Oliver Slopes with Blue Line Futures.